love me some Birdman, some Cash Money, some Young Money, and I bet he get in the bed because he had Keisha Cole acting a fool. Remember, she went to the crib while he was laid up with another chick when she was supposed to be going with him, and allegedly beat the girl up. Now the girl suing him, so the dingling must be on point. And he got thick pockets, okay. And you know, Keisha Cole's sister Nephi was on the Yellow Van Zandt Fix My Life this season, and she called Keisha Cole's sister a gutter sniping a bitch, but she ain't, because if she was, she would have whooped the young ass for saying that. And then the youngers gonna call Michael Jackson's niece a fool. I said, what the hell is wrong with the young this season? I said, pump your brakes, Rhonda Harris, and that's her government name. I said, pump your brakes, beloved, you're doing too much. She act like she was on power, you know? I said, what the hell is going on? And you know, the season was shorter than it usually is. I believe producers took it to the side and say, you're feeling yourself, you need to calm down. You know, you might be making too much money. Because I mean, her attack or lack thereof was overwhelming. And what about Mr. Soul Child? Did he have his baby yet? Okay, honey, did you see the baby mama? Looked like he chose her with the bad eye. And they say she be all on Instagram, damn near breastfeeding her cottage-age son. Is that true? I don't know what's up with that. And Real Housewives coming back, and I couldn't care less than a damn, honey. But Phaedra lying ass won't be on there, okay? And no, I don't fuck with Phaedra. And yes, you can see my last pop-up vlog where I talked about Phaedra and what happened in our relationship and why I don't fool with her no more. Okay, well, broke ass, okay? She gonna soon be doing pro bono work, okay, for legal aid. Mm-hmm.
Sup, Virgo? Welcome back to the channel. This will be read for Virgo. If you have Virgo placement, tap in. Virgo, let's see where we are as a degree first and foremost. All things Virgo. I feel like heavy emphasis on not all said and done type of energy. Virgo, you have the sun at a 26, so clearly seeing eye to eye with the spiritual movement in Gemini. So this could be separation type of energy, leaving something separate more so. This could also speak of separate accounts, Virgo, to a certain degree. So I feel like this could speak of contractual energy more so. You have the moon at a 1334, revelation of third-party outlets, specifically entities, and let's say the possession surrounding those entities more so. How something functions in Sagittarius. So this happens to Virgo speak to the action taking when it comes to, let's say, the internet more so. How the internet is utilized, Virgo, I feel like could be current aspect. Mercury at a 334 in Cancer. So heavy emphasis on third-party outlets, specifically in the self-atonement or possessions surrounding those third-party outlets more so. Virgo, you have Venus at a 434, possessions, third-party outlets and possessions yet again. So the attraction, it's in Taurus. So the materials when it comes to these people or things. So heavy emphasis on how something has been conditioned more so. So how has that been conditioned? On what terms or agreement, right? More so. So heavy emphasis on, Virgo, the attraction and current energy. Hold on, wait a minute. X, Y, and Z has occurred. Could be previously or in the past more so. Virgo, you have Mars at a 2620, seeing eye to eye with the movement and spiritually. Clearly, Leo's energy. This happens to, Virgo, be significant to the expansion portion of the spiritual movement more so. So how a person is expanding more so, I feel like heavy emphasis on the imprint, protege type of energy, heavy emphasis on the teachings more so when it comes to the spiritual movement. Virgo, you have Jupiter at a 12, Cancer. So seeing eye to eye revelations with revelations or hard to maneuver energy or harshness specifically when it comes to energies, or let's say a pulling up of energy more so. There was also specific messages to where a person doesn't play any games. Virgo, this could be you or someone else with the riches or expansion, or this could be very strict energy as well when it comes to a person. Very, very strict individual more so, right? Virgo, you have Saturn at a 1-4, Aries. We get identification surrounding the possessions of a person, the head portion, the way a person thinks. So I feel like getting something from somewhere, or heavy emphasis on the teachings more so, Virgo. The possessions of, or you know what I'm saying, the contents in that specifically to a certain degree, etc. You have Uranus at a 2839, seeing eye to eye with the intellect, the practicality, the conversation, the intellectual portion of it. third party energy outlets and windows to the energy. Oh my God, could you imagine? Heavy emphasis on, let's say, the hold up in the situation, or God oriented energy, or God focused more so. This could speak of the banks as well. Neptune at a 2-1, seeing eye to eye with the engraving portion, seeing eye to eye with the identification when it comes to person specifically, wicked identification as to a person in their spiritual side, or their spirituality, or who they serve specifically, let's say as a god more so. Virgo, you have Pluto at a 334, so very strict energy when it comes to this person, Virgo, specifically, or something you're dealing with. Strict energy. I feel like those people who are speaking out on platforms, specifically X, a person is strict for, specific reason or purpose more so. So this could speak of the possessions throughout specifically. It's an energy as to where they were like, Virgo, oh no, you just did something, so that's a problem. As far as, so the identification portion, identifying wickedly more so for, let's say, the correction phase or the forward movement, as far as Charon, Virgo at a 26-7, seeing eye to eye spiritually with the movement specifically. Carefree energy when it comes to deception. So the spiritual movement more so you've been deceived, so obviously they're going to have to explain specifically the deception portion more so, the guarded like energy more so, or investment specifically. Chiron, the screening portion, head portion when it comes to person, what they think, how they go about, the conversation more so. Very subtle, very common. It's an energy as to where, we were expecting that portion of the conversation, or X, Y, and Z to occur. Heavy emphasis on Willow Grove. I don't know, something about Willow Grove, Virgo, when it comes to the energy. You have a true node at a 23-13, seeing eye to eye with the third party outlets, energies, those that are pressed specifically. If not those that are pressed, I wouldn't say those that are pressed, I'd say third party outlets or entities. I feel like it's an energy as to where, you would want to be pressed about your lineage or family more so, or you would want to be pressed about a specific teaching, or the possessions of the teaching specifically. Virgo, you have a true node at a true Lilith at a 743. So there could be a subtle mistake or specific mistake made when it comes to a person. They're into making mistakes, something to that nature. So Virgo, deception, investments, guarded like energy surrounding the possessions or third party energy. Scorpio's energy, so the transitional period surrounding the deception, investment, or guarded like energy surrounding the possessions, contents. Capricorn's energy, third party energy, and outlets specifically, scorpionically, when it comes to these people or this person, right? So there's an energy, Virgo, as to who the fuck are you talking to as well. Now, I don't know who you're dealing with, Virgo, specifically. I feel like that could be judgment that's made when it comes to a person. Who the fuck are you talking to? All things, Virgo. That's a channel message. Let's see. So the communication portion throughout lineage, veins. So transmitting an energy as well, a message specifically. Virgo current energies. Let's see. Let's grab an oracle for Virgo. All things Virgo. Double mission, light worker, star seed, serve the world by being you. So heavy emphasis on a message. So Virgo, specifically a message from, let's say a person specifically, or let's say your inner self. So there could be a message when it comes to a person, how they truly feel about a situation, or let's say leads on a situation, specifically when it comes to a person and the shit that they have with them, ultimately. All things Virgo. So it's an energy as far as Virgo serving. So whatever has been heavy emphasis on ushers, Virgo, as well, or the song, something about Usher, the songstress, songwriter. So there's duality when it comes to this energy, Virgo, seeing eye to eye with the energy specifically. I feel like this happens to be a message or something particularly pertaining to copper. There could be plagiarizing of an energy as well. I feel like this is otherworldly or worldly energy, Virgo, when it comes to a person specifically, something to that nature. So this could be straightening of an energy when it comes to a person specifically, or single-handedly more so. I feel like independently or wicked identification when it comes to a person and who they are. Like who a person is specifically, like as a person type of energy. There's definitely a gift for communication throughout exchanges. Let's see, all things Virgo and current energies. I recognize how special and unique you are. So Virgo, heavy emphasis on that energy. You could be dealing with Libran energy to a certain degree. They're very special. So heavy emphasis on the song. VSOP, very special when it comes to a person. So a person is very unique. You or someone else, or someone views you to be very unique to a certain degree, or you view a person to be very unique to a certain degree. Someone's very, very special in the situation or occasion. Someone plays a major or key role in some type of soiree, Virgo, to a certain degree. Let's start pulling some cards to see further into this energy. Identification surrounding the number 2. So there's something clearly, or something has been kept separate, or keeping something secret or hush-hush for movement or specific movement. Virgo, purposely more so. Mars could be significant at the activation. Something has been activated to a certain degree. Mars significance as well. Leo energy, seeing eye to eye with the spiritual movement, seeing eye to eye with the foolish-like energy or bum-like energy when it comes to a person. There's a person who's a bum, and then there's a person who's not a bum. There are bums, and then there are people who are not bums to a certain degree, Virgo, if that makes sense. You have Uranus at a 2839, seeing eye to eye with the intellect, the revolution, the practicality surrounding third-party energy or outlets or trauma, or the shit that a person has with them. So their revolution is going to be televised. So heavy emphasis on serving the world by being you, being a star seed or light worker to a certain degree, or specifics in whatever way that might be pertaining to you and your surrounding community specifically. All things Virgo. Chiron could be significant and the true node. So seeing eye to eye spiritually with the deception portion more so. There's definitely deception, Virgo, when it comes to energy or person, or I feel like investments more so. I feel like it's not a guarded-like energy because it's an Aries. So there's manifesting when it comes to this energy. What has been manifested, how something has been manifested, how a person has invested or spent their time more so, you know, to a certain degree. The true note moving forward, seeing eye to eye with the third party energy, revelation of third party outlets, specifically groups. Return, retrograde Pisces, so desire to know, continuous desire to know, or delays. So constantly on something. Why are you constantly on a person like that? You know, give them some space to breathe, right? Specifically more so, is that the equation, or is that what that equates to more so? So heavy emphasis on karma, Virgo, when it comes to energy. All things Virgo. Oh yeah, because the conversations, the chopping it up of it all. You know what I'm saying, Virgo? All things Virgo. Let's see. 2 of Wands. So moving in a different direction, or moving in your direction, specifically 6 of Swords. It's spiritual. So for many of you guys, 6 of Swords energy. See, it's more of an energy like, go ahead, pass by. We'll allow you to pass by. Just this time specifically, heavy emphasis on giving a person the right of way, more so. Heavy emphasis on passages, more so. So Virgo, there could be movement. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is energy. The Sun activated as far as the 6 of Swords. Gemini specifically, seeing eye to eye clearly with the spiritual movement with the 6 of Swords at a 26. Mars 2620. So this happens, Virgo, to speak to greed to a certain degree. The spiritual movement behind a person in their greediness, more so. Jupiter, the expansion at a 12. Revelation surrounding the mother, or perseverance, or movement, forward movement specifically, or quick like energy. Heavy emphasis on why so fast, why so quick, more so. What is the 6 of Swords? 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. So seeing Seeing eye to eye. I'd say more so, yes, seeing eye to eye, or specifics surrounding zeroing in on a person. So clearly, focal point, focus when it comes to the energy, the juggling, the management of the situation, how something has been managed. Was it managed, well, right, or poorly, etc., to a certain degree. So decision making spiritually, more so the Eight of Pentacles, a person in their decisions, or intellect or practicality. This could speak of satisfaction of a situation as well. Eight of Pentacles, timing, more so intellect, practicality. What were the conversations like, to a certain degree. I love to be a fly on the wall, more so, or to a certain degree, all things Virgo. Eight of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, so heavy emphasis on serious energy when it comes to person demonstrating the practicality or the intellect. What's practical in the situation, more so. Was it practical or was it not? As far as justice, Libran's energy, fairness, truth, justice, balance. As far as the situation goes spiritually, Eight of Pentacles, the conversation, the practicality. Were they fair with you? Were they not? Did they give you unfair treatment, or, to a certain degree? Were they reckless with you to a certain degree? Were they, let's say, reckless throughout analogy, more so? Was the analogy or paperwork, or, the movement, was it truthful? Was it a real movement? Was that something real as far as, the truth and the justice in the situation, or the analogy used? Was it a real conversation, more so? All things Virgo. All things Virgo. King of Swords, Temperance, delivery throughout Sagittarius's energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius's energy. Could be Gemini's energy or Aquarius's energy. Higher intelligence used when it comes to the delivery, more so. So this has something to do with Sagittarius's energy. So heavy emphasis on, let's say, a real life situation a person could be dealing with to a certain degree. Higher intelligence used when it comes to just those things. All things Virgo. Right? You know what I'm saying? So higher intelligence used when it comes to a person and their delivery. Revelation surrounding connections or parentals, more so. So connection to harshness or endings, specifically connecting with parentals, significance, revelations. That speaks of a lot of thought. So an energy as far as soulfully, higher intelligence or soulfully, as far as, I could understand that standpoint or situation for whoever may be tuning into this reading. Revelations of significance. So that could take, I wouldn't say take a toll. I wouldn't speak that as far as taking a toll, but there's definitely revelation. So lots of thought surrounding specifically. Higher intelligence, more so. All things Virgo. Knight of Cups, so perception. Cycles when it comes to person, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio energy, Aquarius's energy, more so. Perception of Aquarius's energy or cycling of an energy, more so. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio could be perceiving an energy, more so, something to that nature. So perception, watching, perception to be watched. The perception is that they were watched, they're being watched. We know it. They all know it. We all know it type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Compulsive ass energy surrounding a person and having the right one specifically. So this could speak of throughout lineage or revelation surrounding a person having the right one specifically, or significance, more so. Something to that nature, or parentals, more so. So heavy emphasis on, let's say, Virgo competition, compulsive ass energy surrounding a person in their competition, or a motherfucker just feel like they have so much competition because, or, why, or, who would know, or who would care to know, more so. Just more so knowing that a person has the right one specifically when it comes to a situation, or, an energy as to where we're right by your side type of energy, more so. Five of Swords, Knight of Swords energy. So God, the highest being, and all-pervading God. So all will prevail when it comes to situation. The intellectual richness when it comes to person, causes hate specifically. So this could be pertaining to you, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the North Node, or another person. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius' energy specifically. Lots of thought put into, specifics. I feel like this is because of a person in their games, more so. You could know that a person's into games. spiritual games, more so conspiracies, third-party energy or outlets or eliminations, and the hold up in the situation. So being able to hear eliminations, Virgo, all things Virgo, I feel like this could be a gift to did I mention that, Virgo? Something about a gift or something that a person, a gift for communication throughout exchanges, intellectual activities in general. So a person could be very gifted as far as intellectual richness, or let's say clairaudience specifically. There could be hold up in a situation or commitments more so surrounding a work or third party energy, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn's energy more so. So commitments. You know what I'm saying? That's my fucking cousin. Ace of Cups, the Magician card. Genuinely, magician, magic, genuinely, or let's say Aries, Gemini energy, or Virgo energy, genuinely. Ace of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio for many of you guys. So this could be a spiritual exchange more so, or it's like an energy as type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Three of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is energy in the exchange of. So this could be a very sick exchange more so, the investment surrounding third-party groups or outlets, or let's say activities more so. What were the activities? What was done more so? All things Virgo. The expressive side of a person, the quick-witted energy, the humorous energy, the sparkling, dazzling, boastful, loud energy that leaves that impact more so for that richness, or, you know, that warm feeling of, let's say, lineage, home, specifically, all things Virgo. There's also an energy of being unconcerned. Okay, so it's okay to be unconcerned. It's okay to be selfish. It's okay to be fragile. It's okay to be, you know, changeable, as far as it's okay to be moody, scattered, shallow, as far as all things Virgo. Rulership with the Sun in Gemini, exalting more so the separate energy, leaving things separate. Four of Pentacles energy, Capricorn's energy, contents, possessions, self-atonement throughout the situation, God liberating the oppressed. So heavy emphasis on God-oriented energy, or the focal point when it comes to wicked identification and saving face, or leaving things separate, or Gemini's energy, intellectual richness more so. So the separate energy, or let's say advancement when it comes to current energies, or the teachings more so, you know what I'm saying, the possession specifically, or scorpionic energy, or channeling throughout the spiritual way of communication, you know what I'm saying, but remembering to stay committed, or, you know, or being of God to a certain degree, all things Virgo. This is what I'm getting. Virgo, I'm going to leave your read here. Let's see whose birthday is today. Did I see whose birthday was today? Judy Garland, Kate Upton, Teresa Caputo. Teresa Caputo. Happy birthday to Teresa. And those are the names I'm familiar with. Virgo, this is what I'm getting. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and Virgo, I do hope this serves you well. Take care.